Hey guys, I've got a really quick update for you here because everything worked out exactly as you requested, I think. So, walking through the home here through the front, like I requested though, I did switch to having two front facing closets and splitting it in half along the back here. So, if we zoom in on the family room area, we can see that half of that closet depth is going to be a pocket door to not interfere with any furniture that you might want to put around here. No swinging door in the way, so we'll do a pocket door here to get into this closet. But we do have another closet here for the family room. And then looking at this space here, the kitchen shifting down and the dining area extending up the page to allow for a built-in mantle and a couple flanking chaise lounges, perfectly symmetrical on the gas fireplace. I think this is just going to look really perfect for you guys. I've opted to move the electrical meter over here so I can get some flanking glass. And then this plane, this line will continue out and become the outdoor barbecue line. So we've got some visual alignments here. And I've opted to place a door that swings out along this wall and along here at this wall so that there's really good circulation to get out to this open patio space. But then we can have maybe some corner windows here to enjoy the trees and the foliage beyond. But, you know, little concerned about how close the TV is getting here. Maybe we should move this down the page a little bit, center it. I think I might have biased it up a little bit too high here when I was worried about the door swing. Furniture can move closer down here now. Move this TV down. Get a corner window here. Lots of glass here as well. Let's see, powder room around the corners just fine because we've got this skylight here. We'll bring light in through a frosted glass door. Great little spot for some cabinetry, some desk area here. Pocket door into the mudroom. A nice clean wall in alignment with the full height cabinets here. The full height appliances, I should say. But this door leads into a kind of a tight vestibule. You know, I'm torn between trying to give you more closet space to store things like a folded up ping pong table, but I also don't want to choke this down very much. So, you know, I wish there was a way we could minimize the closet to exactly what was needed. So maybe we'll talk a little bit more about the storage needs or whatever. You come in through this tiny little, it's not tiny, it's almost 3.5 feet. Maybe it is what it is to maximize the closet. But either way, this has bumped out wider now to match with the garage. So this is sort of a recessed vestibule area, but I expect the roof plane will be nice and clean over here. But we have room for some garbage and recycling. And I still have some appliances here along the driveway. They're getting kind of tight to the driveway, so I think we should protect them with some bollards. And I've moved the backup generator around the corner now because we got squeezed down here. So now it's around the corner, and you know that's okay. I can imagine that maybe we'll just do a big piece of glass here, centered, with plenty of wall space here to put the backup generator against, and then big window here. Okay, let's see. The reconfiguration here for the appliances works really nicely, I think. I'll move the utility sink over here next to the water heater. 3 foot clear space here is required. Well, this is a pretty powerhouse garage now, I think. From the outside, these walls are all equivalent. I like that, although it does look like maybe we're a little bit tight to some cabinetry here. We can always go with narrower cabinets. I think I'd rather do that than squeeze the doors in closer to the middle, but we'll fine tune this in 3D. Okay, that's the public wing of the house. Let's head over to the bedroom wing of the house. Not too many changes are from what you asked. Things are looking good here. I balanced bedroom 3 and 4 to get roughly the same square footage. Bedroom 2 is a little tight on square footage. I wonder if we couldn't perhaps give this closet space up and instead have it be bedroom space. That's your call. It's certainly not a small bedroom, but it is a little bit smaller than the other two kids' bedrooms. And we do have 1, 2, 3 closets here. Although for what it's worth, we do not have a walk-in pantry. Hmm. That's typically something I like to have. We do have plenty of cabinetry, upper cabinets. There's this cabinet space here, but we don't have a dedicated pantry space. Still, though, this closet does seem like it's maybe worth allocating the bedroom. Moving on. I did do a little bit different than what you requested here at these closets because I didn't want to see, though it's super efficient, to see two wall length closets, one opening into your vestibule and another opening into bed three, just because of the amount of doors that we're seeing when we open here. In fact, actually, this door swing needs to flip down here. The door leaf should be over this way now. But instead of having so many doors along this wall, plus this door into the walk-in closet slash nursery, I opted instead to make two walk-in closets so that each of the kids' bedrooms has a walk-in closet, and this one's a little smaller, so they get a little extra closet space over here. Although, again, perhaps this is overkill. But anyways, I think these two walk-in closets might be a little bit more appropriate. And again, the door leaf should be down here. But then your room's looking really nice. We've got another door across from this one so we can access your own private patio. But furniture biased over on this corner so that other people can come around here to get access into your bathroom space. Now, I think I made some pretty nice improvements here in the bathroom, so I want to walk you through these. We've got this door here that gets us access into the bathroom from the outside. But then the tub sits over here in its own sort of private alcove, and I can picture a lot of nice glass right here, and maybe some windows right here as well. And these would all have bottom-up shades for privacy when needed. But then we've got a really long double-wide vanity that encroaches into the shower area to either act as storage or a little foot shelf perhaps. But then we've got a nice big two-person shower with continuous glass that continues along here and acts as the visual and somewhat sound barrier to the water closet area. Now, this water closet area is admittedly rather large and luxurious. We could increase the size of the walk-in closet and decrease the size of the water closet. But I do like how I've opted to give a little bit of cabinet space here adjacent to the toilet. This could be, lower cabinet for storage with some upper cabinets for, other types of storage or what have you. But I think this is a really nice space to have inside the toilet area. And then right here would be a full height linen cabinet. So as you enter through a pocket door, full height linen cabinet, frosted glass and some transparent glass, a mix of that for the shower area. And as I mentioned before, when I said that I was really happy that all three of the kids' bedrooms had walk-in closets now, I do wonder if maybe we don't need this extra closet space for bed 3, if perhaps it wouldn't be nicer to have an even bigger shower area, or perhaps to balance the shower area with the walk-in closet. Although, to be honest, this wall here is being driven kind of by where this wall, but whatever. I mean, we can shift things around. The square footage has gotten pretty tight on the main home for the living area. I'll share that with you via email because I don't remember it and I don't want to misquote. Let's go now up to the ADU. Wrong way. So going up to the ADU, I think things here are also looking pretty nice. I don't think I have too much to say here. We've got a nice little porch at the corner. Maybe we can play around with trying to do something like we were doing before where the tables will butt up to a piece of glass here. But we'll see how that pans out in 3D. I've shrunk the kitchen a little bit to increase the dining. I've also went ahead and I shrunk this closet area up to give more space to the living room. Those closets are already right here so nicely sized. I think going too much larger was a bit overkill. I was just trying to align with this wall here, but that's ultimately not necessary. Let's give the space to the living room where we really want it. And there would be a room here for a console table between at the back of the furniture here and the door leaf here. But otherwise, I don't think there's any major changes here at the ADU. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for your patience. I look forward to your feedback. And if the floor plans look good, then we can move forward into the 3D modeling again. Thank you so much.